They're like, so what are you gonna do? Like, what's your plans for the rest of the week? I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up a light bulb for Canadian Tire tomorrow. They're like, I like how that's what you plan your day around these days. I'm like, welcome to quarantine.
That's the
life,
big
baby.
event.
Oh, hello! Welcome to the Boys Chat podcast. Hope you enjoy this week's episode.
How do we podcast?
Bags out. Actually,
Just
on
a
the
small
deal.
splash. Dude, there's a bit of a trail over here.
No, it's not a trail. What are you talking about? Welcome to the Boys Chat podcast. I am your host, Brayden, and with me today is
Liam.
Chad and Josie are AWOL.
You think you can count
Actually,
on the guys?
MIA, not AWOL. Just MIA. Just gone.
We
Don't know where they went.
You think you
We
can
went
make...
into quarantine, video chatted them once, now they're gone. We don't know what happened to them. So if you've seen Chad or Josie, please mention it in the comments because we are looking for them. And
I mean, you think you can make plans with somebody 4 days in advance and then they'll keep their word, but apparently not.
that is, you can make plans with somebody a day in advance.
You know what?
They're like chimps.
We're...
Oh, shoot.
Your boys been having back spasms today. Oh, we were just like hucking logs all evening.
It's true.
I hope that picked up.
It should have. I was pretty quiet. Oh. Anyways, yeah. Oh, man.
Maybe we'll stick some of that footage in.
We can totally do that. I have it
Save some of those stories
somewhere.
or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, welcome to the podcast this week. And so I had a great question to start us off.
Oh, right on.
So, what has been is a kind of a two-parter? What's been like your go-to binge show during quarantine?
All right. So here's the story, right? Mm-hmm. The Netflix that I've been watching is Randy's account.
Okay.
But as of 3 weeks ago, he canceled his account. Wrong time.
Goodness, my guy.
But I binged through the Tiger King because I had to catch up on the memes.
Yeah, 100%. I totally get you. That was the world in like the
Yeah.
second week of quarantine.
Yeah.
It was just
I was
terrible.
like, I just have
Now
to
it's
watch
just dropped
this.
off the charts, man.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
gone.
even find it if you want to.
And then I also watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of The Last Dance before.
Okay.
Because then Randy
Lost.
canceled his account and then,
Yeah, no, episode
Not all
5
the
and 6
episodes
came
are
out
out yet.
last Monday.
yeah.
Gotta catch up.
I wish, man. I wish.
See, and I bought a Netflix account again because it was quarantine. I was like, I am not surviving this without Netflix. Boom,
Well, thankfully,
splurge.
Randy also has Amazon Prime, so we watched over the last week or two, like every evening we'd watch one of the Bourne movies.
Fair enough.
just a good old Bourne movie. So yeah,
Solid. Well, my first binge-worthy was the Tiger King as well, because again, it was top of the charts, and everyone was talking about it. It seemed.
And
I'm like,
if
what
I'm-
am I missing?
if I'm one thing, it's a bandwagoner.
That's not true, actually, at all. Not accurate, but I was like, you know what? I ain't got anything better to do, so I just watched it, and I mean,
I mean,
That's,
it's entertaining.
8 hours of my life I can't really get back, but I mean, what was I gonna do with them anyways?
What was I gonna do with them anyways?
That's kind of the attitude.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 7 came out
Oh yeah,
a week and a bit ago. 2
never
weeks
got
ago.
into that. I feel bad.
Ah, shucks.
I'm
it's
gonna be
too bad.
judged
It
heavily
was pretty
in
good.
the comments. Just kidding. We don't get comments.
And then also Star Wars, the Clone Wars season 7's been playing,
Disney
and that
Plus.
just ended on Disney Plus. So that was good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, full circle. It was a good time. I cried.
I have no comments.
Yeah. Just not really into pop culture. What can I say?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Also, Final Space. We quickly binged that. Me and
Yeah,
Randy.
yeah. I caught glimpses of that in the group chat.
Absolute classic. Go watch
haven't
Final
watched it
Space
yet.
on Netflix. Season 1, Season 2. Olin Rogers, the man, the myth, the legend.
Sounds good. I'll do it right after this podcast.
All of it.
All of it.
Have you seen any of it?
I think I saw the first 2 episodes.
Okay. Dude, it's so good.
Yeah, it was
so
kind of
good.
like, this is a dumb show, but I
It's
can
a
get on board
dumb
with
show,
this.
yeah.
It's kind of like what Brooklyn Nine-Nine is, or like an Office is.
Yeah.
It's just more dumb humor. It's not like...
I don't know what Rick and Morty is, but I feel like it's probably kind of like a Rick and Morty type thing. Like, it's just like cheap
Yeah.
animation, but just like good comedy and whatever. Honestly, it's not good comedy. It's just fart jokes and stuff.
Yeah, so it's dumb humor. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I like it.
Fair enough. So, in this podcast, we got some things we're going to talk about. I mean, it's going to be a little bit interesting. It's a little bit of a challenge for us. We got to see if we can carry this
Trying
thing.
to carry this
Carry it
solo
for the boys.
duo.
But, you know, we've had a lot of experience doing this. Just us two, you know,
Yeah.
making content. I mean, throwback to the expert noobs. Good days, good days. There were some golden videos we made back then.
We did make a lot of videos.
Like, actually, like, crazy enough, we made a majority. I wanted to say a majority. I was like, well, I don't think that's quite accurate. But we made, like...
Well, we made a video every week for almost 2 years.
Yeah. And us, like, just us two, we did a lot of those videos.
Yeah.
Because it was hard. Well, there was that stint where
Josiah and Darian were in
the media fast at SOM.
at SOM, yeah.
So there was, like, 4 months there where we had to just straight up carry the team.
Yeah. Well, we did like a couple of vlogs in there. But
yeah, we did the one where we went to the pool and then did Chinese food. The sriracha challenge.
You know what? Boy, I sucked at editing videos. I didn't cut, dude.
Dude, it was 40 minutes.
It was 2 parts.
It was 2 parts, and they were both like. First one was like 30 minutes.
Like,
and
how
was,
can
like,
you
20 minutes.
go to the pool? First of all, here we did 3 things that day. We went to the pool. We ate Chinese food.
And then we watched a movie.
We
did
went
it-
through
we
a
did-
car wash. We didn't
Right.
even film anything in the pool.
The pool, there was like no footage.
There was like 5 minutes. No, there
Not
was
even.
like 10 minutes of slow mo in the change room.
No. There's like
We slide
there's
back
only
and
like
forth.
5 minutes of slow mo in the change room. But then
Bro.
there was like the rest of that episode was all in the Chinese.
It was just eating Chinese. Oh my goodness. Such a great video.
All these videos we mentioned, we'll put them in the comment sections. You can go watch them if you want to.
Oh my goodness, dude.
But oh my goodness, yeah.
It was fun though.
Oh yeah, it was a blast.
Straight gamers.
And I feel like we got like the vlogs at least got pretty good nearing the end.
yeah,
Like because we had
the canoe trip thing we
the
did.
canoe trip. We
That
had
was
the Braden almost died.
Braden almost died. That could have been edited better as well. I didn't. Cut
Yeah, it
very
was a
much out of
little.
that,
We
but
we could have probably just cut out the rough takes part, and it would have been a great video.
yeah, I think if I want to make vlog type stuff like that again, I definitely don't want it to be more than like 8 minutes max.
Yep.
Cause like we had vlogs that were like half an hour, 2 parts. Oh my goodness.
Now,
But
not
yeah.
some of our finer moments.
I mean, there's
And
fine
here,
moments.
now we just make 30-minute uncut videos.
Yeah.
So man, did we really go anywhere?
Man, we learned our lesson. Yeah. What'd you do today?
What did I do today?
Yeah.
I woke up.
Very, very good.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do in quarantine.
It's an
man.
important first step.
No, I woke up at like 8 o'clock, and then I want to say I did something in the morning, but I don't think I did anything in the morning, except
Sounds
for
like your average quarantine day.
yeah, I just turned on Civ 5 on the computer,
There
put
you go.
Friends on the other screen, and did that till
I've
about
never done that
12,
before. I don't.
12:30.
I can't like multitask like that.
Oh, I that's why I throw on like garbage shows. Like, not that Friends is a garbage show, but Friends is a show you can watch in the background. It's like
Yeah.
The Office has become for me. Like once you watch it once, you
Yeah.
just kind of can watch it in the background. It's like it's funny. You remember the moments, and you're
Yeah.
like you don't have to watch it all. So that's kind of what it is for me. I don't like to usually watch shows that I like haven't watched while doing
Yeah,
that.
true.
But also Civ is a game where like I hit everything and then I hit next, and it has to simulate through everybody else's turn. So there's like
Right, there's a lot of
2
downtime.
minutes of doing nothing.
Yeah, true.
So I did that till like noon or just after. And then I picked up a light bulb from Canadian Tire.
I'm not sure why that's so funny. I like how like that's news these days. What'd you do today? I picked up a light bulb, bro. It's like, heck yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was like yesterday. I was hanging out with Nolan and Callum.
Yeah.
We were just talking. They're like, "So what are you gonna do? Like, what's your plans for the rest of the week?" I'm like, "Gonna go pick up a light bulb for Canadian Tire tomorrow." They're like, "I like how that's what you plan your day around these days." I'm like, "Welcome to quarantine."
That's the
life,
big
baby."
event. Oh, yeah.
So anyways, I did that. I was gonna visit a friend who works there, but he was busy, so I was like, shucks. I could have just interrupted him and been like, "Sir, I need you to help me find a light bulb," even though it was in my grocery cart. But I didn't do that.
There it is.
Oh, ta-da. No, so that was good. And then I came back to my house to install the light bulb.
Which light bulb?
It was in the stove. There's like two
got
in
you.
the stove and one went up.
Got you.
Yeah.
You got to see those pies from, all angles.
Exactly. Yep.
For sure.
I mean, it's just dark corner over there, so it's nice to have lights when you're doing anything on the
True.
stove.
True.
I usually just turn it when I'm in the kitchen. I'm like, it's just brighter then.
In the stove or above the stove?
No, above the stove.
Oh,
like
great.
in the,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like,
in the stove, it makes
the
it way
oven light.
brighter.
You also don't bake pies on the stove. That's
I
why
don't know
was
what you're
confused.
talking about, man. Oh man, and then I had some fun playing with sound equipment at church, and then I just sat here until you got here.
Epic.
Yeah, that's an average day in quarantine right there. Oh, actually, I got the most amazing phone call ever today. I almost just glazed right over.
Oh, yeah. Big news.
Yeah, I got a job for the summer, which was absolutely solid. I actually technically had this job before, but then then the whole COVID thing happened, and then
Big
they were kind of
roll-up.
like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and now they came back and said, yeah, actually we do want you there. So I'm like,
Perfect.
solid. So I get to go to camp all summer with no kids. It's the perfect combination.
That is ideal. Just bring
It
the
really
load on the
is.
zip line.
Woohoo! No lines.
Why do I keep doing this? Whenever
don't
I'm
know.
like, I just start playing with my nipple.
Love how the button's undone too. Like
The nipple. Okay. Another freaking great channel that you guys need to go check out. Randall Isaac, where we made food challenges. Whenever I was like eating something spicy or I was like uncomfortable, I'll just like grab a fistful of nipple. Weird. Yeah.
no kidding. So how about you, man? What was your day like?
I was okay. Before we go any further, last week's podcast. You might have been a little confused
This is a
if
public
you were
announcement right
if you were if you were listening to the audio only. Oh my goodness. If you were listening to the audio only, you may have heard what sounded like my voice claiming to be Chad and what sounded like Chad's voice claiming to be Liam.
What? That actually happened?
That happened.
I could not tell the difference.
Really fantastic. And if you're watching the YouTube version, you would have seen it was indeed me claiming to be Chad. We thought it'd be funny. We just decided, okay, quarantine hits. We're gonna be like in our houses all the time. No going out in public.
No,
Let's
hanging out
swap hairstyles. And so
That's
I
a
got a
pretty good
perm, dyed my hair a little darker to match his, and he bleached his hair.
Not sure. Your hair was never bleached, and that's the one thing that kind of like
Oh, yeah,
it was
okay.
a little bit of a stretch.
Well,
You could have just
he had
gone,
to he had to
pretty
bleach
blonde.
you had to bleach it first before you can dye it blonde. We just didn't
Right.
pick a dark enough blonde. Cuz he did like it was like platinum white
okay. Yeah,
and then
yeah,
they did
yeah,
darken
yeah.
it a bit.
It's
but
just like yellow.
it definitely did not get dark enough.
No, did not look blonde. It just looked yellow.
We thought it'd be funny to just unannounced trade personalities.
He didn't really change
I'm sorry.
personalities though.
Just a stupid bit.
It was pretty
But
dumb.
anyways,
So your day.
Liam, the one who works at Steinbeck Flooring,
That's you.
that's me, worked
one and only.
today, as I have been last forever and stuff. It's
So
been
he's the one
busy.
with the money.
Yeah, sure. It's been busy. I delivered a bunch of stuff today, and in the middle of my delivery, I was delivering big boxes of carpet tile. They're like 2 feet wide. I mean, 2 feet
Yeah.
by 2 feet, and then like a good like 5 or 6
Nice.
inches thick. So I was carrying him like down here, so he was like up against my chest. And I was walking out the back of the delivery van, and I smashed my head. Okay, because I have a hat on, so I can't really see what's above me.
Oh, no.
Absolutely blasted my head into the latch of the of the van, and in reaction, smashed my face down. Boom! Chin into the box of tiles.
Oh.
I thought for sure I busted my chin open. And I was just like grinning, my hat's like on sideways, and I'm like, oh, I can do it. Oh, my eyes are watering, and it's like, ow, ow, ow. And I go and put it down, and I feel my chin. I'm like, oh, no blood. Because I have split open this exact spot of my chin before.
Oh,
trying
really?
to do a clap behind my back push up. And I just landed on my face on the hardwood floor in the gym. Right before a volleyball game. And I went and got stitches. And I thought for sure I cracked it open again, but luckily it just bruised and swelled up a little bit, which is weird.
Solid.
But yeah, that was fun.
Man, your day is almost more eventful than mine.
Almost. But, you know, that light bulb.
It was crazy, man. I almost splurged and bought an espresso machine. And then I just was sitting there and I was like, I think the only reason I want this is just because I have the jitters, because I haven't bought anything in like 6 weeks. I don't want to spend money.
I need change. I need something.
I need something new.
Oh my goodness.
Did not, just to make sure, I did not buy it. I caught myself. And though it would have been like, I would have used it, I was like, you know what? I'm okay.
Solid.
I am a strong,
That's called self-control.
independent man.
Child.
More of a man than you are. Oh. So, now we're moving to the part of the podcast where we're going to roast Chad and Josie for not being here. So,
You think bags?
First things first, write your best roast down there below for what
Yes. Oh, you know those like videos where the like celeb reacts to mean tweets?
yeah.
We're gonna do that next podcast.
We want to do that, but that means you guys need to get down there in the comment section and roast
Don't hold
the
back.
HE double hockey stick out of Chad and Josie. And we're gonna give you some examples here. I mean, you could totally use them again because it's really funny. Well, you know what? We can just write the comments in the video ourselves.
Just make different accounts.
Make,
Add
like,
comments.
We're gonna put like 50 of our own in there.
Quick
Anyways, go.
disclaimer: don't do your mom jokes. Okay.
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 All right. Well, what's a good idea? You got one?
What a couple of dinks.
All right. That was the first one.
Yeah. You?
Josie, I'm so proud of you for finally making the right choice to put your wife before us. But gosh darn it, we had plans.
Dink. Oh my goodness, that was a phlegmy one.
What?
Good laugh.
Oh man. You got another one? That was my best one right there.
Sorry, Chad, that knob end is texting me in the middle of podcast.
Unreal. Look at this guy. Doesn't show up, then just starts texting us. Like, okay,
Chad.
you didn't have time. What? Yeah.
Your hair looks like fungus. I cut his hair yesterday.
That is true. Do you have
You know what?
photo/video evidence so we can slide in right here?
Yes.
Dope.
Boom.
I love that.
Actually, I'll make a... I'll give you a little preview. Ready?
Whoa, that's hot.
There you go. Okay. And so we're going to post a video on the Boys Chat channel.
The Boys
full-
Chat channel?
A full, like, vlog type haircut video
It'll be up there.
of the situation. Because he was just like... No, what did he say or did I say? I was like, can I cut your... No, he asked me to cut his hair. He was getting shaggy.
He asked you to cut his hair. All right.
You know what? That might not be correct, but I'm just going to roll with that.
You know what? It is correct, because he's not here to defend himself.
And I was like,
What a
yes,
mistake.
please, I'll cut your hair.
100%.
And so...
I knew you weren't going to show up at the podcast anyway, so I'll cut your hair and give you a nasty cut.
Exactly.
Amen.
And I was like, well, I'm going to cut your hair. I'm going to make it a video. So I just turned on my phone and stuck it in the spice cabinet. And then, like, halfway through, Randy walked in. And he was, like, asking questions. And Dante... Who's Dante?
I don't know who Dante is.
Oh, he was that guy. That guy that we know. Anyways, Chad was sitting, like facing that way. Chad was facing that way. Camera's in front of him. Randy came from behind. Randy's my brother, and he was like talking about something, and then Chad made a comment about like Randy was wearing a backpack, and he was like, "Why do you have a backpack on?" And Randy was so confused because he was facing that way, and he didn't know there was a camera. And Chad was looking into the camera.
This man.
It was just like chilling in the spice cabinet. You could barely see it.
That's hilarious.
A weird event.
Way to go.
Were we talking about something and then I just interrupted with haircuts?
Yeah, you're supposed to roast Chad.
Oh, yeah. That's the best free haircut you ever got. It's actually a decent haircut, if we're being honest, you know, in the right light. In the dark, you know.
When it's nighttime, he looks great.
It's a good roast.
And this is the last one. Send it off. Chad, stop being in denial. And we'll see you next week. Alright, I think I'm close to ready. Might take 2 takes. Confident. Let me know when you're ready.
Chad.
All right, recording now.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed the podcast, make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any great ideas. Also, be sure to check out our last video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And hey, did you know we're also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts? So make sure to check us out there too. Peace.
That's freaking great.
That was amazing.